Exhale. Inhale deeply. Om Namo Buddhaya Namo. Om Namo Buddhaya Namo. Om Namo Namo. Adgare Namo, Sigadgare Namo, Satgare Namo, Siddhigurugare Namo, Adgare Namo, Sigadgare Namo, Satgare Namo, Siddhigurugare Namo, Adgare Namo, Sigadgare Namo, Satgare Namo, Siddhigurugare Namo. Satnam. Okay, so what we're going to do today is the Essential Toolkit Part 2. And what this is, you'll leave today with a good idea and technology of how to get up in the morning, a simple sadhana, a simple way to present yourself before the day. And we will provide this for you ultimately as a kit so that you'll be able to have that readily available for yourself. So one of the first pillars, let's call it a pillar, is seva. What is seva? Simply stated, seva simply means selfless service. Selfless service. And so with that, it's many times, we do things and we like our name attached to it. We do things and we want to be praised. We do things and we want to have it stated with our identification. But what happens if you do things anonymously? Now, this is not everything, but you just do something, you help somebody out, you do something in kindness, caring about that person, and maybe that person will never even know who did that, who took care of that. It doesn't matter, you know what you did, and you're not doing it for the praise. You're simply doing it because it's a kind thing to do. And it helps you on your way. It helps you in your own spirituality and how you feel. Sometimes we may feel a little bit depressed or sad. Have you ever done that and you went out and you just did something for someone else at that time? You feel better. All of a sudden, it takes it out of me into we. And so there was this great quote. I wanted to share this with you. It was like, what is that? We are born not to judge each other. We are born to know and to love each other. We have not come here to kill each other. We have come here to serve each other. And so it's a selfless service. It keeps the ego intact. And by your ego, it's like accolades. It's like, I'm doing this because everybody is seeing how good a person I am, how great a job I do, how smart I am, how accomplished I am. But the selflessness in that is something else. And the way that we get there is through gratitude, is through thank you. Even in the quietness of your own self, just to say thank you. That remembrance, the awareness of even saying within your own self, thank you, gives us that gratitude, gives us that selfless service. And that's what Seda is, right? So I know here in Espanola, in our community, every Sunday, they take out the carpets and there's marble underneath, and we wash the floors. After we take out all the rugs, we wash the marble. And it's a big job. It's a workout. There's a lot to do. It's heavy lifting. It's on your hands and knees washing. And somebody asked me one time, why do you do that? Why do you do that every week? And I had to actually stop and think, why do I do that? And what I came up with is that it just, on the most humble position, on my hands and knees, it keeps my ego intact. It keeps me at least one time during the day in humility. And the most humble position is on your hands and knees, rubbing the floor of where people come to pray. And so I may not be able to keep anything else intact, but I know that there was that one time during the week that I try to keep that humility, that grace. So think about what you do and how you may be able to incorporate a little bit of service. I'm sure many of you are already. So that. Okay, thank you, Simon. I'm going to turn it over now to Emily.
Thank you, Mukta. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Great to see you all, old friends and new friends. So another essential tool that we're going to use for healing addictive behavior is the addiction meditation. Who's done it before? Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a meditation that adjusts a part of the brain. An imbalance in this area makes mental and physical addiction seemingly unbreakable. And this simple meditation adjusts that area and puts it back into like a healthy rhythm. And so we're going to practice it and learn it. And if you are trying to break an addictive behavior, this is what you're going to do every day for at least 3 minutes. So we take our thumbs like this, and entire thumbprint, not just the entire thumbprint on the temples. You'll feel a little part where there's a little divot in the temples and your thumbs just kind of right in there. Yep, nice. And we're going to squeeze the back molars. The mantra is sa, ta, na, ma. And we're going to squeeze the back molars like this. Sa, ta, na, ma. On every syllable of the mantra, sa, ta, na, ma. You'll feel something moving you'll feel the temple moving underneath your thumbs. And yeah, we'll just go for it. We'll do a couple minutes. Don't push too hard on your teeth. Don't do anything crazy, but a good amount of pressure. And let's begin. And it's a mental recitation. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. And release. Just put your hands down, close your eyes, and just breathe. This is from a class of meditations called medical meditations, that in the way future, when science catches up to this technology, this is going to be used to help with mental health, any kind of mental health issues. So has anybody had an experience with the addictive meditation you want to tell me about? Has anybody used it and gone real far with it? When I did it, I was just doing it for a very short time, maybe a week, not even a week. And all of a sudden I just had this thought like, oh, like I don't really need coffee anymore, or like I don't really need to drink that coffee anymore. It's like that. It's subtle, but very effective. So if you're going to do this in your own practice, start with 3 minutes and see if you can work up to 5. It's deceptively difficult, but just see if you can work up, see how long you can do it for, and do it every day if you're trying to heal an addictive behavior. And a tip is the more you dread doing it, the more the more crazy it makes you, the more you need it. All right, thank you everybody. Satnam.
The thing about that meditation, it's so great, is that it basically recalibrates the brain. And that's the seat of where that addictive patterning gets set. And so what you're doing is you're just basically resetting it to a different default so that you're not so susceptible and vulnerable to succumbing to those urges. And it has to do with the pineal gland, the pituitary gland. It's extremely specific. And so as you're going to hear more and more about the pituitary and all the glands and the brain, just think, this meditation was given to us probably, I don't know how many years ago, maybe close to 50 years ago. And so Yogi Bhajan said that medical science will eventually understand this in about 500 years. So, we have these tools. We don't even realize or know what we have. We practice it very innocently and we do get the effect. And that's all we really need, is to just do it and get the benefit from it. So we're also blessed to have access to it. Okay, so
Lucinda has a raised hand. Want to come on in?
Yeah, could you describe again what you do with the molars?
Yeah.
I was
Your back
confused. Am I like separating them and lowering them, or am I just squeezing and they stay together?
Squeezing them together.
Okay.
Yeah, they're together and then you're squeezing them together on the mantra.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good question.
yeah, but you never open your mouth. You keep your jaws locked.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, so one of the next pillars is prayer. Prayer, the lifesaver. Faith moves the mountains, otherwise stones are heavy. What does that mean? Faith moves the mountains, otherwise stones are heavy. Praying is when you talk to God. Meditating is when God talks to you. What does that mean? Just think about it. Praying is when you talk to God. And who knows what we say, we need this, we want that, blah, 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 and all these things. Meditating is just sitting. Be still. Sit and see what comes. See what God has to say to you. That's your intuition. That's that inner knowing. And that's that pure channel, that connection. When God, all we are is like conduits, so that we can be used to do whatever we're supposed to be doing, not through our ego, but through what is the will, when we tune ourselves into the will of God rather than push something. When you push something, you wanted it so badly, and you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. It's got to happen. No, but it's got to be. I really want this. I really want, and we keep pushing. And then what happens? Sometimes we're very powerful. When we set our mind to something, we're very, very powerful. We could actually make it happen. But sometimes, if it's not really in our best interest, then what happens? Many times it just blows up in our face and it just doesn't work. Rather than just sit and wait, meditate, wait, patience pays. So just wait and let that intuition, let God speak to you. And then you have that sense of knowing. We're talking about hope. We're talking about faith. We're speaking of no duality, not being in conflict, just in our faith. And the proof, if you ever get weak and forget that, take a deep breath. Take a deep inhale and take a deep exhale. And just think, something, whether it's God, whether you call it creator, you could call it the source, something is enabling this beautiful breath to come in and to go out. It's not a right, it's a privilege. Every breath that we have is a gift. None of us know when the last breath is, none of us. And all we can do is remember again to be grateful. Thank you for this beautiful breath and exhale. Thank you for this wonderful, wonderful breath of life. That's all we need to know. Keep it simple. If we ever get doubtful, or to keep our faith strong, remember, faith moves the mountains. Otherwise, stones are very heavy. Anybody have any comments or anything they want to contribute? Thoughts, anything? Has that happened to anyone where you push and you push something so badly and just doesn't work out? Casey, what do you have? You're shaking your head. Robbie, that's you do. Anything you want to share?
No, it's just amazing what you can do with your own willpower, but
Mhm.
sometimes you can just burn out on something that if it's really not meant for you. And you just got to trust God that he's got a bigger plan for you.
Exactly. And sometimes we may ask, when we're praying to God, we may ask for something, but actually God's will may have something even greater for you, and you're limiting it by your limited vision. And so meditate, just be still, meditate, and let God speak to you through that inner knowing, through your intuition. You'll know. And if you're not sure, keep sitting. Keep thinking about neutrality. If you're not sure, don't do anything. And just wait. Okay, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So the next tool in the toolkit is the most essential tool. This tool is sadhana. Who's doing sadhana every day already? Yeah, yes. Several people are already doing, yes, yes. Yeah, we know how powerful it is. Sadhana is your morning spiritual practice. In Kundalini Yoga, we get really hardcore about it and wake up wake up in the early morning hours before the sun is risen. But I teach that you can do sadhana whenever you wake up. Like as long as you're going to do it, just make this easy for yourself and do it when you wake up. So if you want to get up early, the first thing that you have to do is go to bed early. So if you're going to start doing sadhana, you have to like adjust your time schedule the night before. It doesn't just start on that day. It has to be the night before you're planning to get up at 4, 5, 6, whatever. And so you get into a routine with that. Maybe you go to bed at 9 every night. And so you're able to wake up at a certain time in the morning. And then this is your spiritual time to fill your soul. It's your time to talk to God, to pray, to connect with all there is. There's a lot of very spiritual definitions of it, but it's also a technology. You can do kriyas, you can do meditations, you can do mantras to like steer your life in any direction that you want to. You could, if anything you're looking for, you can put that into your sadhana and eventually it'll start reflecting in your life. So we put together a short little sadhana sample, and I'm going to teach it, and then after this we'll send it to you. So let's all pretend that we're in bed. We're all just still in bed. And do this with me, please. Run your hands over your face, and as you do that, say, God bless me, I bless myself. God bless me, I bless myself. God bless me, I bless myself. Inhale, mentally, victory. Exhale. Inhale, mentally, victory. Exhale. Inhale, and mentally vibrate victory. Exhale. So that's right. That's when you're in bed. Now you can get up, you can take a shower, you can put on nice clothes, and you can start your sadhana. And so people, you can do it sitting on the floor, you can do it sitting in a chair. As long as there's some way that your spine is up straight, you're good. And so we tune in like we tuned in this morning with Om Namo Guru Deva Namo Om Namo Guru Deva Namo Om Namo Guru Deva Namo. And then your protection mantra. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deva Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deva Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Guru Deva Name. Good morning. Welcome to your sadhana. And these mantras, these tune-in mantras, it's not just like a we do it because we do it. We do it because they are sound codes that like bring us to another place, that tune us into our highest self. So after you tune in, you're going to do a pranayam. And for this one, it's going to be the 5-5-5 breath. So I'll just narrate. We're going to inhale for 5 seconds. Hold for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds through the nose. Again, inhale for 5 through the nose. Hold for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Holding for 5. Exhale for 5. And continue that pattern on your own for a couple more moments. And release the breath pattern. And we're going to do a little yoga warm-ups. So find a spot on the floor where you can do some yoga warm-ups. You can also do this from a chair, whatever, make it accessible for yourself. So we're going to be easy pose, cross legs like this. You're going to grasp your ankles or your shins. We're going to do spinal flexes. So as you inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, flex backward. Inhale as you lift your chest. And exhale, flex it backward. Inhaling, lift the chest. And exhaling, flexing backward. And you're going to try to keep your head level and not one of these. And as you inhale, you're silently going to vibrate the mantra Sat. And as you exhale, Nam. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. And continue. And release, just sit tall, take a couple breaths, close the eyes. We're going to do the life nerve stretch. So stretch your left leg far out in front and put your right sole of your foot on the inside of your left leg. We're going to fold over this left leg, leading with your navel, not leading with your head, leading with your navel. See what that feels like. And if you can grab your toes, your ankle, or your shin, or wherever you can make contact with, make contact there. And fold deeper and deeper and deeper, and deep breathing. Inhaling, lift yourself back up, still leading with the navel, and your head is the last thing to come up. Both legs out in front, shake them out a little bit. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let your right leg come out long. Your left sole of your foot is on the inside of your right leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, leading with the navel, make contact with something on this right foot, whether it's your toes, your ankles, your shin. And start to fold deeply, deeper and deeper into the stretch. And deep breathing. Inhale, coming back up. Now we're going to bring the legs into a wide V out in front. Your inhale is in the middle and your exhale is to the side. So it's like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, other side. Inhale, center, exhale, other side. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. And keep going like that. And coming to center. And for our full body exercise, we're going to do frog squats. So squatting on the ground, your toes are on the floor, your heels can be up, your hands are on the floor. As you inhale, you lift your hips and you drop your head. Inhale. And exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift the hips and drop the head. And exhale, drop back down. Your heels are together. Inhale, lift the hips. And exhale back down and go through a few rounds on your own. Great work, everybody. And just come back to seated. We'll do a neck roll, drop your chin to your chest. Do one big neck roll in one direction. Whatever's good for your neck here. And then when your chin comes back to your chest, Roll all the way in the other direction. And lifting the head. So if you were going to do a longer sadhana, this is when you would put in a kriya, a physical kriya. And if anybody ever needs a kriya, please email me. I'd love to help you find one. So after your physical kriya, you're going to move into kirtan kriya. You're going to move into your meditation. And we're going to do a short kirtan kriya for our meditation. So for this, it's the same mantra. It's sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. And with your fingers, it's going to be like this. Thumbs, 4 fingers. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. And just keep going, starting with the forefinger. And it ends and you start over. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. And your hands are upright. They're on your knees. And we're going to start by chanting out loud. Everyone, please chant out loud with me. Chanting out loud is much better than staying silent. Satanama, 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 whispering, Satanama. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Now keeping the hands, the fingers going, it's a silent recitation, sa ta nama. Mentally vibrate inside your own mind. Now go back to whispering. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Out loud. Satanama, 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 and release. And just coming to silence or a silent prayer for a moment. And now raise your arms and spread out your fingers. And just raise your arms for a moment. And let them down. It's amazing how that short meditation really changes things. So now it's time for your gratitudes. Everybody go through your gratitude list. Give me 10 things. Count them on your fingers. 10 gratitudes. You can even say it out loud, but stay on mute. Okay. And now if you have any prayers you would like to say to the universe, please say them now. You can say it out loud if you want to. And we're going to end with a Yogi Bhajan prayer. Let my mind find confidence. Let my soul find peace. Let me live with an attitude of gratitude. I love myself. I bless myself. I heal myself. I am. Satnam.
Thank you, Emily.
Thanks.
Mukta, you're on mute.
Thank you, thank you. So this is the way we start our day, just to take care of our bodies, take care of our minds, sit with our spirit, and now we're prepared for the day. It's a very, very humble thing to do. It's a very spiritual thing to do. And it sets the pace of the day. You'll find that the way you wake up in the morning is the pace of the day. So, okay, any questions or comments, anything at all?
Satnam Mukta, you're a little bit quiet, maybe a little closer to the microphone. You just put yourself on mute, but your volume is just a little low.
Okay, how's that? That better? Okay, so what we wanted to do is invite you to the next course that we're having, which is the immersion training. Some of you I know are signed up for it. All I could say is it's really an amazing experience. We put all our good things that we learned, that I learned directly from Yogi Bhajan. And it had been recorded, special juice blends or diets or kriyas, meditations. It's amazing. All the very, very specific. They're ancient yogic teachings that happen to work very perfectly for today's modern day problems. And it's very comprehensive. And really, I know many of you are here, many of you are teachers, many of you here are yoga practitioners. Some of you may be here, you don't even know why you're here. But either way, it's a longing of the soul that brings us each here, beyond you and beyond me. And it's that longing and that destiny that we have. We have these beautiful teachings, and who better to leave them with is someone like you. And I mean that honestly. It's like, who are you going to give them to? Person walking in the street, or you then bring yourself here. Your soul brings you here. Who knows how we get here? It doesn't matter whether we know or not. All we know is we're here. And we're here to learn, and we're here to study. And with that, not only can we heal ourselves, but we could really help somebody else, even if there's one thing that we learn. So it's a fun course. It's an amazing course. Casey, can I ask you just to say, one or two things about it? Casey has just finished taking the previous course.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that it was a life-changing experience. I went from a yoga practitioner to I went from basically an addict to changing everything about my routine. It set me free. It was a whole reprogramming of everything I did. And it gave me my sense of self-worth back in a way I can't repay. The best way I can repay this program is paying it forward and letting everyone here know just how worthwhile it is to take this program. And I'm seriously thinking about taking it again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, people come from all over the world, and it's incredible because we also have small groups. And so you may be in a small group with somebody from another country or two or three. And the camaraderie and the friendship and the bonding that happens is incredible because it's a deep sharing and confidence. And for many times, for many people, it goes on even way beyond the course, deep friendships. So we have guest speakers that talk about yoga and research, and the ACEs at first childhood experience, early childhood, and how some of those traumatic events affect the child as they grow up. DVD, Yogi Bhajan, taking away sadness, fear, inner anger, whatever you've got, that goes. So, like I said, sometimes people come to help other people because they want to do something in their life. And oftentimes they end up looking at themselves at the same time because we're all dealing with something, everyone, even if it's just the way we think, our mental patterning, and how our minds go on a particular track that might not be in our best interest. So we talk a lot about food, and we all have a bit of a food issue, especially around the holidays. So it's really great. It's wonderful. I love teaching it and being a part of it. And more than anything, the people who come to it are like yourself. They're really extraordinary. Each one is just this amazing person. So We wanted to show you, it comes with 2 very comprehensive manuals. Like I said, as Yogi Bhajan was teaching, all this information was recorded, and what all we did was we put it all in one place. So it's easy for you to teach from it or to work with somebody from it. So this is broken down, for instance, and all the different disorders that we cover. And everything that Yogi Bhajan, for instance, said about depression or hallucinogens or nicotine, food addiction, relationships, codependency, and it's all in one place, very easy to find. The other manual is all the technology, all the yogic technology. So let's say, for instance, somebody is coming off cigarettes. Okay, the other manual will tell you all that he said about it, how nicotine affects the brain and the body and the anatomy. We go through that, but also, okay, what kriya, what meditation, what food, what juice. And so it's all right here. The humanology section is incredible. What the teachings are about: self-hatred, fear, parental phobias, generational hand-me-downs. So, I mean, it's amazing, so comprehensive, and it makes it very, very easy for you as a person taking the course to be able to look through it and know exactly, okay, this is what he said, and this is the yogic part of what I am going to do or teach. So it's starting next weekend, October 5th and 6th. So please feel free, if any of this has like a longing in your soul, if any of this rings true and something that, that I really would like to do that. Place that longing on your altar, and through the power of your prayer, just see what happens, see what manifests. Talk to us, use the power of your prayer, and see what is supposed to happen. If any of this just sounds like something that you're interested in and you'd like to participate in. Okay. Don't let anything stop you. All right, so after this, we'll have a 10-minute break, and then we're going to go into what we call an information session. So people that are interested in the course, but maybe haven't quite made up your mind, or you did make up your mind, that's an opportunity to ask questions and get into more deeper information.
Marie, did you have a question, Marie?
No, I just had a comment. I was for the victory meditation or the morning, I thought actually to use that just in the evening because sometimes at the end of the day you feel like, oh, I screwed up, or the roommate, I messed up, but maybe end with victory, before I go to bed. You're like, go to bed early, and maybe that maybe I'll start doing that. And then also, totally off topic, your shirt with that snake on it. I happened to just buy something with that almost snake, a black snake with a white background. It's coming next week, and I don't know. I know we shouldn't look for signs like this, but anyway, I just happened to get something with that very same motif in my house. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you. The Kundalini's rising in your life. I love that idea to do it before bed. That's beautiful.
And the hands are barely touching the face, just like a mist. It's so sweet. Okay. So let us Close eyes like in. Please place your palms together. May the long time sunshine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Thank you for coming today and being together. Enjoy the rest of your day. Batman.